Dr. Can I pray?
Yes, please.
Oh Lord God, we thank you this morning. Thank you for the gift of life of everybody who is hooked on this book. We pray that the purpose of this lecture is accomplished and we're here to understand and to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you so much. So members, today we are going to learn about in-text citation and referencing, and today's session is more practical. It is not like the past session we had. So I hope you have a laptop near you, and then if it's the same laptop you are using, I would request you can also switch on, you can also connect your mobile device. Then the mobile device is the one which you'll be using to follow, and then you apply whatever we are doing on your laptop. So the laptop should be also connected on the internet for a start, because we are going to first create accounts, and these ones we are going to create them online. So Mendeley is a referencing and the in-text citation software which can be used to do referencing and the in-text citations in your work. So I would like to, let me first share my screen. So we have this page which you are able to view the discovery of Mendeley. Mendeley brings your research to life so you can make an impact on tomorrow. So millions of publisher articles are being uploaded on this platform, but when people are using their individual accounts. So when you look at this page, I'm going to share the link in the chat, and then you'll go to sign in, rather not sign in, create account, because it's your first time. You click on create account, or down here on the red button, which has create free account. So let me share this in the chat. Let's start with that. Okay. So you go to that link which I've shared in the chat, and then it will open exactly as my page. So after that, you click on create account. And the page where it will take you, being your first time, it will look like my page, how it looks like. So you type in your email. And then after typing in your email, this continue button will be active. And then you click on it, which will take you to a page to type there your given name, which is your religious name, and your surname. And then you have to type there the password, and then also repeat the password. I would request a volunteer who can be able to share his email address and the names as well as the password in private. Please share in private, not to everyone, because you are going to share your password so that I can use your details for demonstration purposes. I have more than one account, so I don't want to create another one. Any volunteer, please share in private on the chat your names, your email address, and even the password to use them for demonstration purposes. Thank you. So after typing in the email, then I can click on continue. I hope you are able to view.
Yes.
Continue. Then I have to type in the password. So if you are not so sure of your password, you can click on the eye icon. I don't want to click on it because this is the Emmanuel's private email password. So then you click on sign in. So this is your online account. And then you can see it as Emmanuel Ogwang. So I can sign out Emmanuel, then I can create another one for Cyrus. Go to create. This time now I'm going to click on create a free account. It's the same link. And then type in his email address. Okay. Then continue. So now I have to type in the given name. I don't know why on Emmanuel it didn't give us that. It just picked automatically. Cyrus and then family name. Okay. Then we'll go to the password. So the reason why it says fair is because this password doesn't have a special character, it doesn't have a capital letter, it only has small letters and number digits, but this is okay. Shouldn't make you worry. Then you click on register. Mendeley is being supported by Elsevier. Elsevier is a scientific publishing company. So it's the one which controls Mendeley. Then I'll click on continue. And this is Cyrus's online Mendeley account. So when you click on your library, there is nothing now because we've not yet populated any information. So the online library for Mendeley, it's you to create it. So we've not yet populated anything. That is why it is empty. So now, after that, we are going to do the installation. So we shall go to the link, which I'm going to share in the chat as well. So we have to install Mendeley on our Mendeley desktop on our computers. So that's the link which I've shared in the chat. And when you go to the link, it will give you different options. There's Mendeley desktop for Windows, Mendeley desktop for Mac OS, those who are using Apple or Mac computers. And if you are using Ubuntu or Linux, there are different versions of the software. So for example, if I was using Mendeley desktop for Windows, the moment you click on it, it will start downloading. Okay. And after the download, when you look at my taskbar down here, Mendeley is here. So I'll double click on it. And now when you double click on it, it will bring a page which will ask, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You say yes, and then just follow the prompt instructions for installing. But if the machine you are using is not yours, then you'll need to get clearance from the owner. That is if you don't have the admin rights of the computer you are using. So I'm not going to make the installation myself because I've already installed it on the gadget which I'm using. So let me give you about 10 minutes. Would they be enough? 15 minutes. Let's give it 15 minutes and then we can continue from there. Unless if you have a question, if you've not understood, please ask before we have these 15 minutes to do the installation on our gadgets. For those who are having laptops or desktops with you. First, to create the online account, as I did. Then later, you go to the second link which I've shared in the chat. I can reshare both of them again in the chat because I know some people Charity is asking, beg your pardon on how to sign in. Now signing in, we've already created 2 accounts. Maybe Charity, what you can do, share with me in private your details so that I can use yours for demonstrate because now the 2 accounts, I've already used them for demonstration. I cannot do it again. Share in private, not to everyone in the chat, then I can repeat that. So for the rest of the members, I'm sharing the link, the first link for signing in, rather for creating an account, creating a Mendeley account. Mendeley account. That one is for creating a Mendeley account. Then this is for installing Mendeley desktop. So today's session is practical. So please don't get bored because it's hands-on. So this is for installation. Oh, no. Please ignore that. Ignore that link. It was a mistake. Let me reshare it. Ignore that first message for installation. Let me share the right one. Yes, that's the right one. Okay, Charity, share your non-student email, share your Gmail. Share your Gmail details and your password. And both names, not one name. Gmail in private, then I can repeat the demo, maybe for others who are not yet sure of what to do.
Hello?
Julie is saying, I have reached to that part that says, welcome to your Mendeley library and stuck here. No, you are not stuck. Be there, please. You're on the right track. Be there. Now go to the installation. I've reshared again in the chat the link for installing Mendeley desktop. If you're using a Windows computer, the recommended setup is there. If you are using a Mac OS, the recommended setup is there, or Ubuntu and Linux. The setups are also there. Okay. Try to share with me your names. You've shared the email address, the password, but the names, please. So for the rest who have understood, just go ahead to create accounts. Okay, thank you, Charity. So this is what we've done in the first place. Let me sign out Cyrus. Okay, so this is where we started from. This page, we went to create account or create free account. Both links work. So when I click on it, takes me to a page. Of course, it's having all these emails which have been used. So I'll ignore and click on use another. And I'll type in your email address you've shared with me. And the moment it's being typed there, the button changes, which was faint. The moment you move a cursor towards it, it's orange. The moment you remove the cursor, it is dark blue. So I'll click on continue. So when you click on continue, now we have to type in the given name. The given name is Charity. And then your family name is Waman. And after that, we'll go to the password. Type in the password. After typing it in, if you are not so sure, you can check on this eye icon. And then after that, you click on register. So child, you don't need to create an account again because I've created it for you. Then you click on continue. So that is your library and these are your names. So this is our online account. So let's all ensure that we create the online account. Then we can start the installation. So let me give you, since I've been interrupting you, let me give you 15 minutes. So at 10:45, we are going to start navigating what we've installed. So after the installation, this is what you are going to view. Let me do this. For those who are installing, I'd like to share what you'll be able to view on your screen. Just a minute. Still loading. So that Mendeley page, for those who are doing the installation, when you finish up, that's what you are supposed to view. So let me give it a pause, and then at 10:45, we are going to start from there. So after doing the installation, when you reach there, please wait. Then I can guide you further. Thank you.
Đó, rồi có làm mấy Nó có là mua nó có phải cho lấy vào không được. Thế là một. Okay. Chúng ta đã tụ băng nào đúng mà để nó ra được ăn ở Việt Nam. Chúng ta đã nên tiếng họ này là nếu mà liệu nó thì nó sẽ tính được họ nó school nó có thể đi ăn đến ngọn của các gì đấy. Đây. Well, that's the problem. Actually, when I saw you not there, I said, I'm dead. For me, no, long I get like in the level on you. Mendeley.com. So you will lecture, and then they want to train us on something. Like in we need to download something we downloaded, and then because this is protected, I have to do locked in log or okay. Okay. Okay.
Mr. Wani Annex, can you mute yourself a bit?
Okay. Okay. Doctor. Oh, maybe. Hey, no, my meeting will do for 2 hours. Maybe not more of listening. Alana? Hmm?
Friends, I hope we've all made the installation. Our 15 minutes have elapsed. I would like to know those who are able to install. You can put a yes, just say yes in the chat if you are done. If you are at this page, which I'm sharing, just say yes. Okay. Okay. This is good. Okay, I'm seeing Pius, Samuel, Miriam, Jovian. Or what? Okay, David, thank you.
I'm not
Jody.
able to install.
Okay, all right. You will do the installation. I think if you are using a computer which has an admin rights and they are not used, when you get when you get the rights, you can do it. Okay, Ronald, thank you. I'm waiting for others. We are not yet halfway. Okay, I'm not seeing more yes. Okay, can we give it more? We resume at exactly 11. Let me give it more time. You shouldn't worry, it's practical. That's why I'm giving you more time. So let me give you more 11 minutes. At 11, I'll start the demonstration from where all of us we shall be. Now, for those who have said yes, I hope you've also created the online accounts. So you should be having the online account, like what I'm trying to share, okay? So you should be having this online account as well. So if you started with the installation and you had not yet opened up, created an account, please do so as well. Go to the chat and check for the links which I shared earlier. So that your yes means both. It means you have an online account and also you are done with the installation of Mendeley Desktop. Okay. Thank you, Samuel. Okay, what? Thank you. You have online account, so that is right. That is okay. So as you've said, you'll create you'll install Mendeley when you get the rights of the machine. Okay, let's give it. Okay, Ivan, thank you. So let me give you more the 10 minutes. Then at exactly 11, we shall start the demonstration. Since we shall almost 70 or 60%, we shall be at the same page. Okay. At exactly 11, I'll unmute myself and then we continue. Members, I think that's enough time, and I hope many of us we've been able to do the installation of Mendeley, and now we are going to resume. So for all those who are being successful to do the installation, the page you are viewing on my screen, that's what you should have. So what we are going to do, remember we created an online account. So the email we used and the password, those are the ones we are going to use here, the way they are without changing any character. So I'm requesting Emmanuel or Guang not to log in. Okay, you can log in, but I'm going to use your account for demonstration purposes. You can log in if you've already also done the installation. It will not change much. So allow me to use your account for demonstration purposes. So when you reach here, I'll use exactly the email address which I used online. And then remember not to put any space after typing in the email address. Then you go to the password box and type in the password as it is. And if the gadget we are using is yours, you can click on stay signed in, unless if it's a public computer or it's a computer you share. But if it's your personal, you click in this box of stay signed in. I'll sign out. Emma, I'll sign out, don't worry. Then you click on sign in, not register, because you've already registered, you have an online account. You click on sign in. Oh, okay. Let me do something here. Let me first do something here. Okay. Let me sign out. There's something I want to demonstrate to all of us. Let me sign in again. Sign in. So when you sign in, I hope you are able to see two double screens, the one at the back and the one at the front. At the front, it has welcome to Mendeley, and the one at the back has Mendeley desktop. So when you're at the front screen, which has welcome to Mendeley, it indicates reference manager installed on the left-hand side. Then on the right-hand side, we have citation plugin for Microsoft Word not installed. Now make sure that you don't have any Microsoft Office file open. Close all of them. Then you come back here, and then you are going to click on install now. On this button of install now, the blue button, click on install now. But for you to click on install now, make sure there is no any Word file or Microsoft Office document which is open on your computer, because it will not install when there is any open file. Then you click on install now. So after you realize that the citation plugin for Microsoft Word has been installed, and it's no longer faint and it reads installed. Then you come down here on the same page, the second front page, which we are on, and you click on the button close. When you click on the button close, it will create another page which says add and create. Click here to import documents and folders to your library or create new entries manually, or import other libraries, EndNote, XML, BBTeX, and then RIS. So these are other referencing softwares, but EndNote is at a pay. BBTeX is also at a pay. RIS, it depends. Some are at a pay, some are free. And then they are telling you, try Mendeley Web plugin to import documents in just one click. So Mendeley has what we call the web importer. We are going to look at that as well. So the web importer can be used on Chrome, Firefox, Safari for those who are using Apple computers, and also Internet Explorer, or currently which we call Microsoft Edge. So now when you're at this page, click on the button next. So when you click on next, it gives you another page which says storage, local, and cloud. Now, you remember we created an online account, that is the cloud. And then the one we are on right now is the local. So it synchronizes what you've installed on the local to the cloud. And the message says your Mendeley library is backed up to the Mendeley cloud every time you synchronize, so you can access it on Mendeley Web Library, Mendeley Mobile, or other installation of Mendeley Desktop. You can manage synchronization of your file attachments here. So after that, there is another button still in blue, which says next. Click on it also again. And after clicking on it, it's giving you another page still, which says the help button will always be here. So, and then the message is there, how you can be helped when you are using Mendeley. After that, click on close button, which is in blue, close. Okay, so now that is done. So now we are in our account, and normally this page has 3 panels. We have the left panel where you see my library, documents, recently added, recently read, favorites, my publication is create folder, external library, groups, and so on. Then we have the middle panel, the one which has on top all documents or edit settings. Then we have the right-hand panel. The right-hand panel, at the moment, it is faint, but it has details, notes, content. It will be active when we've uploaded materials there. So when you come back to the left-hand panel, Okay, I was saying that we have three panels: the left-hand panel, the middle panel, and the right-hand panel. So when you come to this page, on the main menu, we have files. When you click on files, it displays add files, add folder, watch folder, add entry manually, import, and then rename files, synchronize the library, sign out. So this is what I was telling Emma, not to worry, I will sign out your account because I have my own account as well, or you can quit. Then edit. I'll not say much about edit. It is edit as you see it. You can edit a new folder, you can edit a new group, you can paste, copy, cut, and find. Then there is view. So under view, that's where we have library as citations, library as table, and then the most key is the citation style. So when you come to the citation style, we have different citation styles here. But by default, after the installation, Mendeley selects American Psychological Association. And now we are at the 7th edition. And then there are also other citation styles here. There is Harvard, IEEE, Chicago, American Sociological Association, cite them, right, Harvard. And then we have Modern Humanities Research Association, Modern Language Association, and then you can click on more styles. So when you click on more styles, it will give you a list of more styles here. And if the software needs an update, it will update automatically, rather the style will update automatically. So you can see there are more styles here. Those who are doing medicine or dentistry, they use National Library of Medicine. There is Nature, there is Vancouver. So all those are citation styles. When you click on get more styles, you should be online. Then you can search for more styles. But these are the ones which are basically installed. Then you come to tools. When you come to tools, we have install web importer, uninstall MS Word plugin. Please not uninstall because we've installed it. Get Mendeley site. Check for duplicate. This one helps you to check for duplicate items you've uploaded here. Then the install web importer, we shall have a look at it. Then there is help. Help, you can get help to find a Mendeley website, frequently asked questions, contact support, check for updates, create backups, restore backups, reset Mendeley desktop, privacy policies, terms and conditions, and even about Mendeley desktop. So basically that is the menu. Now, before we upload any material, I think you should, let me not assume, but let me suggest if you don't have any PDF file on the computer you are using, please go to Google Scholar or go to the sites we looked at last time. Just download at least 3 articles in PDF and you have them either in your downloads or on your desktop, because now we are going to do the real work. So we go to files. So when you go to files, you can add files, that is if they are not grouped in a folder or saved in a folder. If you have them in a folder, you click on add folder. So when you click on add folder, it takes you to your computer to select the folder and it only display folders. So where you see folders which have drop down icons, it means there are more folders in. Okay. For example, when you click on my desktop folder, it has more folders down here. There are so many of them. And then, for example, when you go to like question 3, research methods and critique, when I click on it, it has a folder in. So when I click on articles to review for the S and I click on it, they'll all be uploaded. So that is add folder. Then if you want just add files, you can just add files. Then there's also add entry manually. So you can add the physical print. It will display the secondary page of new document, and it has different templates for a bill, a book. The template keeps on changing. Book section is the same as a book chapter. Cases, computer programs, encyclopedia articles, court hearings, journal articles, magazines, newspapers, patents, reports, statutes, television broadcasts, thesis, web pages, and then working papers. So the template keeps on changing. Okay. Then before we do any addition here, there's what we call create folder. So we are going to create folders, for example, for our research proposal. So I'll type in research proposal. Then if it was a coursework, you can type in the coursework name there, and maybe you have about 3 or 4 assignments. So after typing in research proposal, you click in the middle panel. So you can see now which are all documents having research proposal. Then you right-hand click on research proposal folder and select new folder. And we are going to call it chapter 1. Okay, click in the middle panel again. Go back to the research folder, right-hand click on it, and then create a new folder and name it chapter 2. Click in the middle panel again. Go back to research folder, right-hand click new folder and name it chapter 3, and you click on the space rather in the middle, in the middle panel. So after creating these chapters, you can see our research proposal folder. It is having a drop down, and when you click on the drop down, the whole be hidden inside there. So when you click on the drop down, they are there. Now remember, every chapter, it has different elements or themes. So chapter 1, when I right-hand click on it, I'll say introduction. Okay, introduction. I'll right-hand click again on chapter 1, create a new folder and name it background. Okay. Now, the background can have global, continental, national, regional, district, sub-county, or constituency, or parish. I'm looking at the background of the study. So right-hand click on background, rename new folder, and say global. So all the articles which are on my topic and they are in the global perspective, they'll be going there. Right-hand click on background again, create a new folder, name it continental. Click in the middle panel, go back to background, right-hand click on it, new folder. Name it national. And then click in the space. Then you create another folder, and then I'm going to name it regional. I'll click in the space. So then I can click on background again, new folder, name it district. Now this is to assume that maybe your study, your background needs to look at all those areas. Then I'll go to maybe municipality. Now for me, I'm in municipality here in Mukono. And then lastly, I'll right hand click on background and say division, because we have divisions in the municipality. So my research is going to be at division level. So now it means all the content, for the background, it has been grouped. It has the global perspective, continental, district, division, municipality, national, regional. Okay. Then we go to other chapters. Remember, other chapters, they don't have drop downs because we've not yet created subfolders in them. So I'll go to chapter 2 and say introduction. So I've not concluded chapter 1, but this is for demonstration. Then I'll again create a new folder in chapter 2 and say theme 1, because this is the literature, like that. Then you go to chapter 3 to be the same and say introduction. Right and click new folder and say research design. Okay. Right and click again on chapter 3, new folder, and say sampling. But now sampling, I would have used different sampling methods. So I'll go to sampling and then right hand click and say new. Now within sampling, and I say random. So random sampling. And then I'll again go to sampling again and create another purposive sampling. And end there. So you can see some of my folders, they are having drop downs. You're having drop downs here because I've created subfolders. Then when I click on the main folder of research proposal, they'll all be hidden. I think you can see they're all hidden. So when I click on it again, they'll all be dropped. So when I click on background, all folders under background will be hidden there. When you go to chapter 3 and you click on the drop down, all the chapter 3 subfolders will be hidden. So when you click on them again, then they will be displayed. Now this is the science behind it. So if I go to chapter 1 under background, and then the materials I want to enter here, they are for global perspective. I'll click on the global folder. And then when you look at the middle panel, global is the one which is displayed here. I hope we are together. I don't want to leave anyone behind. This is a practical session. If you've been left behind, please, you can send a message in the chat so that we can move together. Keeping quiet means that we are together.
Yes, we are following. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, just give me 2 minutes, then we are going to continue. Okay. No, Cyrus, you can log in, please. You can log in your account. I was telling you to wait when we are still doing the installations. Please, you can log in. Just give me 2 minutes, then I'm going to continue from there. Okay, members, we can continue. So when you come to global, for example, if the materials are for global, or if they are continental or district. So when you look at the folders, the moment I click on a folder in the middle panel, it's being displayed. So what I want to enter here is global. So I'll click on global, and then I'll go to my files. You remember when we looked at files, and I'm going to add files because I don't have a folder genuinely for global. So I'll add files. So it will take me to my files. This should be PDF files. So I'm going to check from the downloads. And I'll pick some few files. And I'll click on open. So they are going to be uploaded under global folder. So I think you can see now it has populated. The articles are there. And now the middle panel has materials. When you click on one item, you are going to appreciate that the right panel is going to be now active. I think you can see. So it gives us the right panel is also now active. It gives you brief information about the article which I've uploaded. Some articles, they will display the abstract, some will not. You click on another one, it's the same, another one, it's the same. Now you look at this other one, it has nothing. You don't even show the other pages. And this one, the authors are there, then this other one, yeah. So then after that, I can go to another folder. For example, I'll go to chapter 3 and go to research design. So when you click on research design, it's empty, but I have the physical materials I've used like textbooks. I'll say add entry manually. And I have a book here, which I'm going to add. So I'll click on the drop down and select book. And then delete that word, no title. And the book with me here, it is called Introduction to Social Research, Quantitative and Qualitative Approach by Keith F. Punch. I'm going to type the title as it is. So that is the title. Then I'll go to the author and I type there, Keith P, whether it's F Punch. Okay. Then I'll go to the of publication. You check on the title page of the book or the page which follows the title page, that is the verso title page, and you check for the current copyright year. The book might have been, for example, the one I'm having here, it was first published in 1998, but the current copyright year is 2014. So they kept on publishing it again and again. Then the book has pages. All books start from page 1, and page 1 to, I'll check the last page of the book. And the one I'm holding, the last page is 386. The abstract is not so necessary. The tags are not so necessary. Keywords not so necessary. Cite is very important. When you check on the title page of the book at the extreme bottom, some books, they have the cities. For example, the one I'm having here has Los Angeles, London, New Delhi, Singapore, Washington, DC. We always pick the first place of publication. And this one, it is Los Angeles. So if on the title page, the city is not there, you check on the next page, which is the Verso title page. So this one is Los Angeles. Edition. If it has an edition, you include it. The one I'm having is third edition. Edition, we write it in abbreviation, capital E, small d, and a full stop. It as editors, you put them there. If they're not there, don't generate. Then publishers. This book was published by Sage Publications Limited. So you always pick the publisher from the title page or the Verso title page. Sage Publications Limited. If it has a URL address, that's an online link, you paste it here. If it has the DOI, that is the digital object identifier, you type, you remember we talked about it in our last training, you put it there. If it doesn't, you leave. Then ISBN. Normally the ISBN, it's always on the Verso title page. That's the page after the title page. And if it's not there, you check at the back of the book in the right-hand corner of the book. That's where we have the ISBN. You don't type it with dashes. You just type it as a whole. And it's normally in digits and some letters. So some don't have letters, but some have letters. Okay. So now after that, peruse through what you've typed in, because the moment you click on save, you can't edit. You'll have to just delete and redo the manually added items. So I'll click on save. So after clicking on save, now you can see my book is here. When I click on it, still the details will be displayed here on the third panel, rather on the left hand, rather on the right hand panel. They are indicating the city, the pages, the publication, the author, the edition of the book, the publisher, the ISBN. So if I made any mistake, I'll have to just right and click on the item and delete the file. And then I'll have to come back to files here and add entry manually again. So you have to do all that in the first place. And after that, now we are going to go to our assignment or essay. So I'll just minimize this and open Microsoft Word file. Now we are going to do the in-text citation and referencing, and it will only happen with what we've uploaded in our Mendeley desktop. What we've not uploaded there or what we've not entered manually, it will not appear anywhere, and we shall not be able to access it. Okay, so this is my file. Let me assume this is my essay. Okay, most of the essays I have on this computer, they already have Mendeley citations. That's why I don't want to use them for demonstration. So I'm using this fresh page. So I assume this is my essay. Okay. So after, now I'm going to go and place the cursor where I want my citation to be. at the end of the paragraph or the sentence or in the middle. If it's in the middle here, still it will appear there. Now, on the main menu of your MS Word, you click on References. When you click on References, I hope you can see the icon for Mendeley, which says Insert Citation. There is Undo, there's Refresh, Export, Insert Bibliography, Open Mendeley. Now, I'm going to insert. Remember, my cursor is in the middle of the paragraph. I'll click on Insert Citation. The moment you click on Insert, it will bring another dialog box. I hope you are able to see it, which reads, My library, go to Mendeley, OK, cancel. So if I'm not so sure of the names of the authors I used, if I'm aware, I'll just type here. And when you type, it takes you straight away to what it has in your account. And then I have this one, Harrison. If I have another one, I'll click. I'll select another one. That is if my essay has more than one author. Then after these are two in this paragraph I've used, then I'll click OK. And then the reference is going to be, the in-text citation is generated. I hope you are able to see it. It's generated there automatically.
I request that you start a little bit where you quoting the article.
Then I'm going to repeat it again. So when I go to the second paragraph where my cursor is blinking, that's where I'm going to put my citation. I'll go back to under my reference. I'll go and click on Insert Citations. It will still bring a dialog box which has my library, go to Mendeley, OK, cancel. Now this time around, I'm not so sure of the names of the authors. I'll click on go to Mendeley. So it will straight away take me to my account. Now I have most of my articles under global. I'll click on the global folder and then they'll be displayed. So I'll click on Layer Foley, and if I have more than one author I used, I'll press the Control button after selecting the first author or the first publication. Press the Control button on your computer and select another one. So those are two. So after selecting those two, you come to the menu here, and we have a word site, but above it, there is an icon. So you click on it. You unpress the Control button now because you've selected. Then you click on the icon above the word site. Okay. If you are able to see my cursor, you click on the icon above the word site. And it will automatically generate the in-text citation in my work. I'll go to another paragraph. Click on Insert Citation again. I'll go to Mendeley because still I'm not so sure. Then this time round, I'm going to select only one publisher. So after selecting him or her, I don't need to press the Control button because it's one. So after selecting him or her, I'll go back and click on the icon above the word site. It has been added there. So now it's still a working document, but I need to create a reference list. For example, I've just worked on my chapter 1. and I'll be working on chapter 2. So I can't submit my chapter 1 without references. So I'll type the word reference there. And then where you see the cursor blinking, that's where my reference list is going to start from. I'll go back to my Mendeley here, leave the word insert citation. Now go to insert bibliography. So click on insert bibliography. So I'm going to click on it. So it has generated what I've cited. What I've not cited is not included here. So you can remember, I have a book by Punch, Keith Punch. It's not yet added here because I've not yet cited it. But because this is a working document, I have my other paragraph which I'm adding on. And after that, I'm going to go to insert bibliography. And when you look at my references, Punch is not here, or Keith Punch is not here. So I'm going to go to insert citations again, go to Mendeley, and then my book which I entered manually is under research design. So I'll click on it, select it, and click on the icon above the word cite. So it has been added here, Keith 2014. When you come to my references, you can see Keith is now added there. Thank you so much. So that is how you can do the Mendeley citation and referencing. Any question? The last part is going to be to do the web importer, and then we shall call it a day at the end of the session. So anybody with a question as far as inserting citation is, inserting a bibliography. Now, when it comes to inserting bibliography, we do it once in a file, because the moment we've inserted in Keith, and then when you go back and click on insert bibliography, it will reduplicate this reference list to keep on reduplicating it. So the moment you click on insert bibliography in the first place, please don't click on it again. It's done once in that special file. If you open up another new file, that is when you can click on insert bibliography again, but it will not bring any results unless when they are cited within your essay or your research work. Okay. So that is it. Now I can save my file so that the changes they appear as they are, and then that is in-text citation and referencing using Mendeley referencing tool. Now we are going to go back online where we started from, and now we are going to do the web importer. So since we all have accounts, we are leaving them open. I have the account here for Charity, which I last opened. So I'll go to the browser and just type in Google search, create Mendeley Chrome. It depends on the browser you're using. If you're using Chrome, I'll type Chrome. If I'm using Firefox, I'll type Firefox. If I'm using Microsoft Edge, I'll type there Microsoft Edge. So I'm using Chrome. So create Mendeley Chrome extension. Call it extension. Okay. So it will take you to a page, and then you will select Mendeley Web Importer. Mendeley Web Importer. So you open it, you open that page, Mendeley Web Importer. So now it goes straight away to your, let me first remove it because I already have it here. Okay. So then I'll click on, when it's not yet installed, it will ask for add to Chrome. If you're using Microsoft Firefox, to say add to Firefox, add to Microsoft Edge, add to Safari. So I'll click on add to Chrome, the extension. And then it will bring this secondary page. Please don't cancel. Click on add extension. Okay. So when you add the extension, automatically when you look at the right side corner of the page, Mendeley is there. They are saying Mendeley Web Importer has been added to Chrome. Okay, so it has been added. And now when we are importing, we are going to use the databases which we used in the training, or we can use Google Scholar. Not any other database, because it will work with the databases which are authorized for research works or literature. So I'll go here and type in Scholar, Google Scholar. And then I'll go to the icon in the extreme end, which has extensions. And you can see Mendeley Web Importer. I'll click on that pin icon to make it blue. Okay. So I'm making my Mendeley Web Importer active. Then I'll search. So if I'm searching for example, agricultural research, and then I'll go to click on Mendeley Web Importer, and then it is bringing a page for me to sign in if my account is not signed in. So it is loading. Okay, if you are able to see now. So what does Mendeley Web Importer help? Remember when we are installing the Mendeley desktop, we had a web importer there, and also we had storage which had both local and cloud. So the web importer can import materials from here to your Mendeley desktop. So let's wait for it. And already it is Charity's online account which was open. That's why you can see Charity is the one which is being displayed here. Now, since I've used the account for Emma, I'll sign out Charity, and I want to sign in Emma, so that it can easily synchronize and take the files to Emma's account. So I'll sign in. Okay. I'll go here. Out. Again. So it's Emma's account. Select Emma. I record a password. Let me check Emma's password. able to see it. Then I'll sign in. So your online account should be open for you to use the web importer. Okay. So now I'll go back here and try to close this. Then click on the web importer again. Is it still showing? Let me close. Let me open a new tab again. Scholar. I want it to display Emma's account. So let me search for something here. And then I'll click on Mendeley Web Importer. Still loading. And also it needs a very strong bandwidth for it to work. So it will pick the materials you would have selected online and take them to the offline account. That is the Mendeley desktop for Emmanuel, because it's the one which I'm having on the computer now. And then it will also keep them in your online library. So that's for to synchronize, but when I click on Charity, it gives me Emma's account. Okay, I think it will work. So now you select. I'll select only files which have PDF because I would like to read. Okay, the ones without PDF, I'll leave them behind. So I'll pick only the ones which have PDF. What I didn't do was to synchronize. Let me try to synchronize my account here. So there is a button here for synchronize on Mendeley desktop. So the reason why I clicked on synchronize, I want my online account to reflect whatever I've been doing here. And when you look at it, it's now loading, trying to synchronize with what is online. And this can only work when you are online, not offline. So let me leave it to synchronize. I come back here to continue selecting my PDF files. Okay. Then I'll say add it to Mendeley. So it's adding. It has added them. Then if you need all of them, you can select all. So it will add all the 11 items, including the ones without PDF. Will all be added. Then you can view your library from here. Let's see whether it has synchronized, whether there is anything here. Okay. So look at this page. And then you recall our book, at least you recall our book, Keith F. 2014 Introduction to Social Research, Qualitative and Quantitative Approach. I think you can see it is already there. And remember, we added it using the Mendeley desktop. So when you look at our Mendeley desktop here, Keith is here, Keith is the other side. So it's still loading to finish up the upload. So whenever you upload your materials here on Mendeley desktop, click on the button, the synchronize button, so that it synchronizes with your online account, so long as you are online by that time. So the Mendeley desktop can work when you are offline, but materials will not be reflected on the online account unless when you are online and then you do the synchronization. Synchronize your library with Mendeley Web I hope you can be able to see that message. Synchronize your library with Mendeley Web. So even if your Mendeley Web is signed out, since it is already there, it will be able to pick. That is why when we are logging into the Mendeley desktop, we used the same credentials we were using online. So the credentials for Emmanuel Ogwang are the same credentials we used on Mendeley desktop. I want to thank you so much, and I beg to end here. That marks the end of this training. Now I'll interact with questions if there are any. Maybe before you ask, this is a practical. Start practicing now, because I know very well you've been given assignments already, and you've also been assigned to start on your research concept papers or your research proposals. So please practice. Ensure that at least every week you look at Mendeley twice or thrice. Then you will not forget whatever we've gone through today. And today, before you go to your bed, please first practice what we've looked at today. Don't just shut down your computer or your phone, because by tomorrow you may have forgotten the steps. So try them out immediately before the day closes, and then try to use it at least 3 times or twice in a week. Thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you for your participation. I'll invite now questions before we conclude the session. I'll avail the recording. Yes, I will, because I'll share it with the Dr. Rosemary, and then she'll be able to share it with you. How will I get the saved proposal if I worked on and save? Or what? This question is not clear. It's not clear.
Yes,
This is
let me make it more clear. Yeah, in case I work on my document and save it, how will I retrieve it again in case I want to keep editing and working on?
So I beg your pardon again, your question?
I'm saying,
yes,
in case I work on my proposal and save the document, then in a while, I might want to reopen it and add other content.
Yes.
Yeah, how would I retrieve the folder from Mendeley?
No, if you are using a different computer, this is what happens. Because we've looked at the synchronization of online Mendeley Web. If I'm using a computer at office to do all what we've done today, and then I go back home and I would like to continue with my assignment, first of all, what I need to do is to install the Mendeley desktop on the laptop I have at home, and then I'll resume with my work. Now, if you saved a file, for example, the file I've used for demonstration today, this file, this file which I've used for demonstration today, it's a working document, it's not finished. So when I save it, and tomorrow I want to continue, still I'll just come here and continue and make the in-text citation, put in the citation here. Let me go. There's one which we've not used. I'll pick this citation. Remember this document which had no author, no year of publication, no pages. I'll select it, and then I'll click on the icon above the word cite. So it will be added there. And now, because it had no details, that's why it's indicating ND. And ND stands for no date. But that ND file, it has been added here still. So I'll have to add there the date. Maybe I know the date, and it's maybe 2022. And then I'll come back in the file here still in the in-text citation and still add the year 2022. And it will bring a dialog box. That dialog box, keep citation edit, And there are two options, keep manual edit or undo manual. I'll say keep manual edit because I typed there the date of publication manually, and then it will be there. Then I'll have to save my file. So even when I come another day, I can still continue. So now, if I change the gadget and I use another gadget, I must install Mendeley desktop on the new gadget I'm using. For the Mendeley web, the one where I created accounts online, that one works anywhere so long as you are online. It's only Mendeley desktop which will be limited, that when you go to a computer which has no Mendeley desktop, when you go to references, you will not find there those icons for Mendeley. They'll only be the Microsoft Office icons. I hope what I've answered you well on that. Is that clear now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other question?
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your presentation. And as you were taking us through, we made different, for example, if you are working on a proposal, you create different folders, then subfolders.
Yes, please.
Now, when you have, for example, accomplished your task of the proposal,
Yes.
and you want to merge the entire document now, what
Yes.
happens to the references? You copy and paste somewhere, then you insert the references again. What happens?
Now, remember what happens after you propose, you go to a dissertation. And normally what changes in chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 1, basically, and chapter 3, what changes? The tense has to change. Because remember in the proposal, we're writing in future tense, then the dissertation is in past tense.
Yes.
Then the literature, you would have had little literature, now you would have added more literature. So these references, unless when the lecturer told you that remove all that part of literature, that is when you can remove the in-text citation for that paragraph or that theme. But if it's a continuation, when I come here, remember this was a proposal, and I'm going to work on the dissertation. I'll just create a new folder here and name it dissertation, okay?
Yes.
And then I'll come and create a folder here and call it chapter 4, okay? And then also create another one, call it chapter
5.
Chapter 5. Then when I get more changes in chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, for example, under background, if my background I've populated it more, I'll go under the background still, which was in the research proposal. Or to remove the fear you have somewhere, you can right hand click on this research proposal folder, okay? And rename it. Instead, now name it dissertation, okay? That okay? Yes, I can rename it because I'm done with the proposal. Now I'm renaming it dissertation because they are the same resources I'll just continue with. Or you can use the other option of leaving there research proposal and just create a new folder which has subfolders for chapter 4 and 5. But if I turn this into dissertation, okay, let's see, rename dissertation. Okay. I don't know why it's not changing. I think it's not changing because it has subfolders in it. It's not changing because of that. I would have been able to change it if it had no subfolders. Now, because it has subfolders, that's why it's failing to change. But that's how you can be able to do it. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So Cyrus is saying, are we free to get in touch with you in case we are stuck along the way? Yes, please. Feel free. In the first session we had on Wednesday, I shared my contacts and emails. So feel free to contact me in case you get stuck on how to use this Mendeley referencing tool. Hey, okay, I can't really share. Okay, let me reshare my email addresses. And then the phone contacts. Okay, so MTN is on Telegram and then Airtel is on WhatsApp. I think that is okay now. All right, thank you so much, friends, for being attentive and participating. I wish you the best and feel free to inquire in case you are stuck at any step. God bless you all.